Iengo-Blomstrom, as Gail just said, and I would just like to thank you first for giving me the opportunity to be recognized for a change in my career. Since 2010, I've been steadily transitioning my career from early childhood education and administration into special education and now into integrative special needs consulting, where I work with families who have children with disabilities and the families themselves to incorporate a comprehensive health and wellness program, idea, platform. The scope of my career shifted after working with teens and adults who had developmental disabilities. While working with them, I noticed certain habits that they had cultivated that weren't necessarily healthy, and these habits centered around nutrition and self-care. I saw huge incidences of obesity and food addictions, as well as huge rates of type 2 diabetes. It was after working with young children, which I do currently, that I saw where these habits and these diseases actually started. Parents, at no fault of their own, to pacify these children would give them treats, chocolate, chips, snacks. Therapists would also do the same. They would reward good behavior with M&Ms. While these realizations were going on in my professional life, personally, my son, who was 2 at the time, was having interesting reactions to foods. He was in, just to give you a little backstory, he was born 14 weeks early, and he was in the NICU, neonatal intensive care unit, for 13 weeks. And because he was exposed to sounds that no infant should ever be exposed to, he has grown up with sensory issues. When he eats tomatoes or other foods with red or orange food dyes, he gets very hyperstimulated and very over-emotional, and then he crashes. Concurrently, I was also very unhealthy myself. I was eating food that was killing me very slowly, living a life that was completely overwhelmed. Overburdened, overstretched in terms of time, and my schedule was huge as a mom, you all know what that is. And it was very hard to be an active contributor in my own life. I felt powerless to change it, but I was forced to after a pretty severe illness kind of struck me in the face. In 2012, after undergoing life-altering surgery, I began a recovery process in body and mind. The result, I feel, has been really wonderful. I not only shed 75 pounds in 8 dress sizes, which I just found out last weekend, but I gained a new perspective on life, which is actually as precious to me as my son. With my newfound ability to see clearly and putting the pieces together professionally, I enrolled and actually recently graduated with a health coaching certification at the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. It took me a life-threatening issue and access to the underpinnings of the special education system to realize the impact of food and self-care that it has on not only on us, but our children and actually our communities as well. It's a difficult connection, and I think this is one of the requirements of the program, was to find the difficulty of dealing with this in the larger community. And the difficult connection that I make is it's a hard connection to really make. You're going through life and you're trying to figure things out, and to make that connection that what you're doing nutritionally and self-care actually can impact what you're doing globally. I meet with families who are troubled by the severity of their children's disability, as well as the autistic pandemic that's actually occurring. They project that their children's futures will not be productive and full, yet they fail to see the missing piece. Just 1 minute. They complain that they don't have enough time, but they really need to put time into self-care. Taking a life lesson from the airline industry, I now use and teach the concept of putting your oxygen mask on before helping others put theirs on. And I feel that this should be the new mantra for parenting. The demands we make are just unrealistic. It's not a new concept, I know, but I really feel that the problems of autism and ADHD, as well as parent burnout, have a lot to do with the food that we eat and what we do on a daily basis to take care of ourselves. I am a lifelong learner, and I will never stop looking for ways to help children with disabilities and their families who care for them. And I really want to say thank you to the New York State women and all of you for tirelessly committing to helping others put their masks on first, and the strides that you take for the betterment of your communities. It's wonderful, and I'm humbled and grateful to be a part of you. Thank you very much.